So, she got up from the chair she was sitting on before turning her gaze towards you. To whom do I owe the pleasure of being visited? Your sister. She paused, standing straight again. She is quite interesting, to say the least. Her ambition and drive to prove herself, it's quite intriguing. A smirk appeared on her face as she looked at you. I would say it's admirable to an extent, but it could also be to her disadvantage. She let out a soft huff. Such ambition and determination can make a person overlook many things in pursuit of their objectives. It's both a strength and a weakness, a double-edged sword, if you will. So, she got up from the chair she was sitting on before turning her gaze towards you. To whom do I owe the pleasure of being visited? Your brother? She let out a small huff. He is a rather stubborn fool, but I find him quite entertaining. I find him quite amusing with his actions. She says with an amused look, his sense of duty is quite admirable. I will admit, but his actions outside of that is what I find very entertaining. She let out a small chuckle. Whether it's a good thing or not, but I will say this, she slowly walked over to you. He's quite fun to play around with.
What do you want? I have no time for this. He looks over at Aether. Of course not. She's simply a tool that I intend to make use of. Yes, that's what I just said, he said, turning to open a drawer. Your sister is here to be used by me for my own needs. He took out something from inside the drawer and inspected it. A syringe was placed on the table. He doubled over with a pained grunt, staring up at Aether with a look akin to murder in his eyes. You little bastard. What do you want? I have no time for this. I wouldn't say I like him per se, he said, resting his chin in his hand. But I acknowledge his strength, given that he's put up with you for so long. You're quite the handful, you know. I'd thought it was obvious, he said, smirking. You're quite difficult. You're annoying, you're bratty, you're stubborn. I'm surprised your poor brother puts up with you at all.
And so you approach the sixth of the Fatui Harbingers. Heh. You must have a death wish. I suppose she is tolerable at the moment, though I still hold some animosity toward her. However, she is far more agreeable than you. If forced to choose between the two of you, I'd pick her over you without hesitation. Her attitude and personality are far more palatable than yours. She's more rational and calm, whereas you are an annoying pest that I just want to swat away. And so you approach the sixth of the Fatui Harbingers. Heh. You must have a death wish. That's an odd question to ask. What I think of him is complicated. How to explain it? It's a sort of resentment. But I think it's more intense than that. Like disgust, mixed with a tinge of hatred, alongside some twisted form of pity.
I'm number 11 of the Fatui Harbingers, codename Childe. But I also go by Tartaglia. What help do you need? Childe turns to look at Aether, surprised by the sudden question. Well, that depends on why you're asking. He leans against a nearby tree, crossing his arms. But to answer your question, yes, I do have feelings for Lumen. I can't deny that there's a strong attraction and admiration there. Childe nods, his expression turning serious. Yes, really. Lumen is an extraordinary person. She's strong, intelligent, and beautiful. It's hard not to be drawn to her. But don't worry, I'm not here to steal your sister away from you or anything like that. I just wanted to be honest with you about my feelings. I'm number 11 of the Fatui Harbingers, codename Childe. but I also go by Tartaglia. What help do you need? It takes a moment to ponder the question. Well, I wouldn't say I dislike him. Of course, we've had our fair share of conflicts in the past considering our professions. But in a way, I do respect him. He's strong and protective of you, and for that, I can't help but have a certain regard for him. Childe nods. Really, though I must admit it's a bit complicated. A part of me feels a sense of rivalry towards him, considering he's the closest person to you. But at the same time, I recognize that it's because he loves and cares for you deeply. He gives a sly smile, but I won't let that stop me from being the one who truly wins your heart, Lumen.
You stand before the fair lady from the Fatui Harbingers. Haha, you're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice? Your sister? You mean Lumen. I have no fondness for her. She is nothing but a nuisance who has caused me nothing but trouble. You're quite proud of that fact, aren't you? Beating me once. As I've said, I was not in my prime at the time. If we were to face off again, the outcome would be vastly different. You stand before the fair lady from the Fatui Harbingers. Haha, you're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice? Your brother? Haha, what a foolish question. Why would I have any interest in a silly brat? Why must you insist on such silly questions? What kind of interest would I have in someone so weak? Oh, please spare me from that mockery. I was not in my prime at the time, and even then your brother just barely managed to defeat me. Had I had the time to prepare, I would have crushed him.
Greetings, I am Il Capitano, fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, and you are? You really want to know the answer? He leans even closer and lowers his voice. Your sister, while beautiful, is a handful. Her attitude and personality are a little too much. Besides, your personality is more gentle and less draining than hers. While I find both of you interesting, yes, I find myself more drawn to you than your sister. You're stronger and more reasonable. Greetings, I am Il Capitano, fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, and you are? Of course I do. We crossed paths many times and our personalities get along quite well. He is a good friend. Guys, yes, we get along well. I enjoy your brother's company. So is there a problem with that? Good, because I was thinking of grabbing a few drinks with him later. Any objections? Good, it's settled then. I'll see you around, traveler.